Right now in this shop, we have the Winter Ashe skin, and today we're going to be deciding if this skin is worth it or not. So right now, we have an Ashe Cold Front bundle, which is very fitting considering it is 1 degree outside my house right now. We have the Ashe Winter skin with Bob, this beautiful, nice color. We have the Victory Pose, we have this voice line, and then a spray. And this skin would actually only go for 1,000 coins if you just buy it straight out of the locker. So up first, obviously, just look at that. We have Bob and Ashe right here. So up first, let's take a look at Ashe because it is, I mean, you pretty much just see this big looming guy behind her in the thing. But up first, let's take a look at the face. I mean, right there, right off the bat, we have this nice crystal blue hair. It even looks like there's even like blue highlights in there too, so it's not just one exact color of blue. She has this nice blue lipstick on. Her hat even has this kind of like, I don't know if that's more of like a green turquoise or whatever it is, but on like kind of like the hat, we have this nice white hat to kind of like signal a snowflake. The bottom of the hat is also the same colors we have around the brim right there, with this cool little ornate gold detail on the top of that. But anyways, down to the jacket she's wearing. We have these cool little snowflake patterns actually on that as well. And on the inside of the other flap, we actually have these cool little blue and black stripes with the gold layer going outside of the seams right there. She has this cool little like turquoise vest on, same thing that Bob is wearing in the back over there. On her wrist, we have some cool little tattoos. It doesn't look like those changed at all. I know she normally has tattoos on and stuff. I mean, you can check it out right here. We have the same exact tattoos that we have on normal skin, but you know, the gun is a little bit different. You can see it kind of like shimmers and shines right there. She has that nice little robot arm, and it kind of looks like, in my opinion, it looks like ice. A lot of the skins usually have these like blue metallic pieces sometimes, but that seriously just looks like a piece of ice on there. We have the gold trim as well on that gold on that ice as well. We have the nice little gauntlets down here. Pretty cool actually. And over here we just have the nice little suit. We actually have some like goat fur. That's what I always call this fur on these skins. We have some nice goat fur coming to the top up here of her little vest, and she has this nice cool sleeve going underneath the white sleeve with some gold trim. Her pants down here, it literally just has like this thigh-high, like really tall boots. But we have this cool little strap on the side with a little pocket, I guess. It has like just ammo in there. We have a nice little like thigh strap right here with this blue, that turquoise we've seen all over the skin up there. Some little knee pads with light turquoise, or like we have like the light blue ice that we have on her shoulder. It's the exact same color as the knee pad with the gold trim on the outside, and the boots are both the same. So we'll take a look at this one. We have that nice little goat fur coming out of the top. We have the cool turquoise color, gold laces, and in the bottom we actually have this like purple color that kind of adds a nice little pop of color right there. And at the bottom it just has like heel boots on. That's what this skin is. And on the back of Ashe, we actually have this cool little skull ice logo. You can actually see a lot better here on Bob, but this is the exact same logo that we actually have on Ashe in the back. And we just have this cool little cloak that actually goes all the way down. It kind of fades in from like kind of like a darker blue all the way to the turquoise, and then back down to the black at the very bottom down here. So that is really cool. And now on to Bob. So Bob actually has pretty much the exact same vest on that Ashe has, except this one has a really big ice skull logo on the back. I really like that ice skull logo. That is really cool. Instead of the white goat fur, we actually have some blue goat fur on the bottom of his little vest, as you can see. Some nice little gold trim going all the way under the armpits and up top. Man, look at that. We have actually a lot of snowflake details in here. There's one right there. There's another right here. There's some just kind of in random spots you can see, like the back of both of them. But we have some more little blue goat fur up here at the top. His face is actually this blue metal that I was talking about earlier, and it's actually kind of like not translucent. It's iridescent. That's what it is. It's like this nice iridescent blue. I love his little hat, and it's always tilted to the side. He has a nice white hat with the little dark turquoise, same exact color scheme that we have on it with Ashe. He has this light blue metallic mustache. Amazing. We have a gold neck to kind of complement the gold ornate details we have around here, but we have some more white down here going throughout the skin, the white metal with ornate gold details on it. We have that iridescent turquoise right here on the chest as well to kind of give them some like pecs. That's what those are, with some nice gold ornate detail on it that we've seen everywhere else. What's really cool about this is that we actually have, like how we have like the ice metallic pieces that are like light blue, we actually have some holographic blue down here where it kind of like, it is, you know, it looks holographic and it's really nice detail. Same thing that we have on the gauntlets. That's exactly what we have on this little stomach piece right here, is that little like holographic blue. I really like that. It is metal. You can definitely tell it's metal, but it's like a see-through metal somehow. I don't know how that physics work, but it's there. We have a nice big buff white arm right here, and with some like gold pipes going through it. His little fingers, nothing too spectacular about those. It's just white fingers with kind of like a black trim around the outside of it. Same thing on both of the arms, exact same. His belt actually has it. I thought it might have that like skull logo that we saw on the back here, but it has kind of like the normal Ashe outlaw like bandit symbol right here on Bob's little logo. I mean, you can. It's usually the same thing. It's the same thing as this skin, so that doesn't change at all. This is an epic skin. Can't be too mad about it. He has some really weird kneecaps for some reason. He's a robot. I don't know why he needs those, but he does have some of these little kneecaps that kind of look like, looks like a hog actually, or like a little pig. But we have some. He has white pants on, and then again, like the thigh-high boots that Ashe has. He has those too. They go all the way up the little dark turquoise color that we've seen all over the skin, and he actually has white metallic boots down there at the bottom. So now that we've gone through that skin, let's go through the dynamite and all this other stuff. We actually have this iridescent blue again on there with gold trim and kind of like the fuse actually lights up, so that's really cool. The Viper right here. So here we have again that iridescent color. I really like that metal color. I really do. We have some gold trim here on the bottom and the little like shaft of the gun right here on the back. Look at that, some gold on the butt of the gun. We actually, again, the little snowflake skull logo is really tiny. I don't know if we'll be able to see it in game, but it is there. I'm glad they did that. And you know, here's Bob. We already looked at Bob. And then lastly, the coach gun. It actually has that iridescent thing at the top, and as you can see up at the tip of it, you can see where it's actually been used. I love it. It kind of has the scuff marks and stuff on it. But the gun itself is just white with that gold trim on the back of it. So now that we've looked at all that, let's go through some emotes. We have Dynamite. Flourish. Laugh. Take a knee. Slow clap. Line dance. And round them up. Up next we have our victory poses. We have kneeling, over the shoulder, relaxing, metal, pumpkin, lighting the fuse, the spoils, and finally toast. And up last we have our highlight intros. We have do something. Ashe and Bob. Bullet walk. Standoff. Target practice. And finally, it's the Scream Queen. And now that we've gone through all of those, let's check out this gold gun and everything that we have for this skin. So here is what everything looks like before. And this is what it looks like after with the gold on it. So the Viper actually turns the entire thing gold. That is very interesting. I feel like that's kind of lazy. I feel like we could have had some splash of color like we already had on that. Like, they literally only kept the very boringest part of the skin there. Very interesting. What's Dynamite look like? No change to that. Bob, honestly, Bob looks really cool. I actually really like that colorway for Bob. That looks really nice. And I love that the holographic, like, metal, it actually is still holographic. It just has gold on it now. That's amazing. And then the coach gun. See, that just looks really boring. That's a little boring. That's disappointing. All right, let's check out this highlight intro for Ashe real quick. Nice. You can see the skin a little bit more up close. You can see those snowflakes I was talking about and those patterns and those devilish red eyes. She even has some skull earrings in. I didn't even notice that. I wish they would have been snowflakes because that would have fit the skin a little bit better. But anyways, let's check this skin out in game. All right, so let's go ahead and start looking at this. So up first, obviously, you can see mostly the gun itself. And in game, like I wanted to see, there is the snowflake skull logo. I love that. The gun does look a little bit boring in game. It literally just has like the blue iridescent. Like you can barely even tell it's iridescent in game. It's just like shiny metal. But I mean, other than that, the white on the gun is a little boring, and the gold trim isn't really there. But I mean, all in all, the gun's all right. I'd give it that. But on the left hand that's actually holding the gun, you can actually see that bracelet move on her wrist right there, and you can actually see that rose tattoo as well as the glove. And what's interesting is when we punch, you can actually see her glove has that like holographic metal on there as well. And you see that the little biker gang logo right there. That looks really cool. So what does the dynamite look like? Nice. In game, you can actually tell that actually looks pretty nice. Look, here is the on fire animation. Nice, nice, nice. What's our shooting look like? What's reload look like? See it popping in there. You can see that glove a little bit better there as well. Here is what first person looks like. Very boring. Literally is just the tip of that gun that is white right there. That's a little lame. And what's the coach gun look like? And you barely see that, but I mean, even if you barely see that anyway, so that's very interesting. But anyways, I'm gonna start killing these bots, try to get some unique voice lines, so I'll be right back. And I've been killing these bots and I've not gotten a single unique voice line, but the star of the show is Bob, and I want to take a look at him before we end this. So let's send him out and see if we get anything unique. Bob, do something. Look at him. I love that holographic metal piece. Look at that, it looks so good. Look at that, you can see the little skull snowflake logo. That looks phenomenal. Man, Bob looks so good in game, and he just yoinks out of there. I love that. Okay, Bob is definitely the best part of this skin. But anyways, let's talk about it, and let's give this thing a rating. So negatives first. I will say the gun, the coach gun, and the gold are entirely way too boring for this skin. Like, realistically, it's... Like, I know it's an epic, but I feel like they could have done a little bit more details on there. I wish we would have some more snowflakes and stuff on the skin, especially since it's winter. I will say, the colors are phenomenal. The colors look really good on the skin. They really do. They work so well together. I feel like the iridescent blue on Bob and the gun would look a little bit better. There's no unique voice lines. And other than that, there's really nothing else to complain about. But the positives are, again, the colors really look phenomenal on the skin. The blue is just... The blue, the holographic blue, looks so good. There is also another really good part. The skull snowflake logo. That thing is amazing. That is so clever. Like, seriously, that is so clever to turn that into that. And man, Bob just looks so good in game. I love the little top hat. I love the little colors he has on him. I love that holographic blue that he had to him. And this skin isn't terrible. It's not one of the better Ashe skins, but I will give this skin like a 6 out of 10. And, this skin might be worth it if you don't have a lot of skins already for Ashe. But, all in all, I really do think there's a lot of way better Ashe skins out here. It's only an epic, and because of that, I think this skin is not going to be worth it for most people. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.